It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA. We call this Commissioner's Corner. It's Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, you're a month into it. Give me an overview, 10,000-foot overview of how the first month has gone for our fall sports.
You know, Bob, it's, the first thing I would always say, we're going to celebrate that we're playing. And we're out and we're going, and everything is going just like it did last year and the years before. But it's like any other year. We still can't stop talking about the pandemic and COVID and what's going on, because we do have schools that have to shut down for a period of time and because of close contact. And that's happening just like it did last year. Doesn't seem to be as frequent this year. But it's still happening, and that's why we need our folks to continue to be safe and do everything they can to keep student athletes safe so they can continue to play. But all in all, we're very pleased with where we're at, and we're peeking around the corner at tournament time. It's going to start up here before we know it.
Well, let's talk about tournaments, because obviously the ultimate goal when you participate is to participate in championships and win championships. And as you mentioned, we're literally a month or under a month away for some of our fall sports championships.
We are. Girls golf kicks off at the sectional tournament level in about 2 weeks. Assistant Commissioner Kaufman's been working with his courses and his hosts to make sure that tournament's ready to go. And then we turn right around the corner and about a month out, 4 weeks, or just slightly over 4 weeks, boys and girls soccer starts. So we're here, and the Leafs are going to turn, and we're going to see some color in the sky, and we're going to be playing fall tournament series before we know it.
He's the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, you mentioned it earlier. I think we all understand, on the national scale, you have NFL players, NFL franchises affected by close contact and COVID and those situations. And so, it makes sense for us on a local level to understand that we're not immune from that. No one is, and that everyone has to be very diligent in what they do.
They do, and and what we're seeing a little bit, Bob, is people are a little fatigued. I call it COVID fatigue, because we've been dealing with this pandemic for well over a year now. We're pushing the 18-month mark, and I think people are just saying, "Come on, when's this going to let up?" And as any good athlete, you got to continue with the grind. And it's become a grind, but you can't let up. You got to continue to do what we know wins these types of situations. I mean, we know how we need to live as a society with dealing with a pandemic, and we just got to continue to grind that out as we move into the fall season here, and winter's right around the corner.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's week 3, which kind of seems impossible. We're playing week 3 in football into conference play now. Things start to really get interesting.
They do. And I always said after week 3, you start to learn where your balance of power is in the state. We've got enough contests, and we know who's going to be good and who's trying to get better. And they may be getting some kids back from injury that have been out early in the season. But we start to learn a little bit more about what our postseason is going to look like after week 3. And I think that's kind of I watch that on a weekly basis. Want to try to see who's got enough, we call it enough Joes or enough student athletes to be able to carry them to Lucas Oil in the stadium that our partners, the Colts, play in later on in November.
He is the Commissioner of the IHSAA. Our weekly conversation with him regarding all things IHSAA related. Commissioner, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the week and the weekend, and let's hope everybody stays safe.
Thanks, Coach, and thank you for helping us promote student-athlete-based sports across the state.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right. Welcome to Gaston, Indiana and Wes-Del High School. We're at Paul L. Parker Field, and we're going to watch the Eastern Hancock Royals take on the Wes-Del Warriors. Eastern Hancock enters the game 2-0, 1-0 in the MEC after their victory last week against North Decatur. Wes-Del is 0-1, and I just realized that I do have that wrong on here.
Yeah.
0-1, and their loss last week against Tri-Central. Their first game was canceled, so they've only played one contest so far. Last week, the Royals won 27-20 in exciting fashion, from behind fashion, actually, and after surviving through a lightning delay. And then Wes-Del lost 26-50 against Tri-Central. They actually got off to a lead early on in that game. I believe they scored 14 points in the first quarter. We have a few things. This is the Royals lead the all-time series 21-3. The Royals' 21 victories versus the Warriors is the third most wins against a single school by the Royals. The only other ones are Knightstown, who the Royals have 31 victories against, and LaPel, who they have 29 victories against. I do want to mention, if you scan that QR code on your screen, you can get the game program, the one I'm actually reading this information off of. You can pull it up on your phone or computer or device and check it out. The Royals have started the season 2-0 for the sixth time in the last 10 seasons. And with the Royals' victory tonight, it would be only the sixth time in the last 28 seasons that the Royals have started the season 3-0. Cole Rainbolt is closing in on 2 school records for receiving. Cole's about 20 yards, about 19, 20 yards from passing Austin Smith in career receiving yards, and is just 1 touchdown behind Austin Smith's 23 career receiving touchdowns record. And Austin Smith was a great receiver for the Royals.
Yeah, part of that state runner-up team.
Right. I think I remember him. I think he even broke that record when we played it. We were at Howe. I'm trying to think of. I think I remember him breaking it when we played at Howe in the sectional, I believe. Last week, Zach Arnold and Kane Sotelo both had breakout games. Offensively, Zach Arnold exploded for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Kane Sotelo dominated on the defensive side with 20 tackles, including 3 tackles for loss.
Yeah, we said those 2 names a lot, and the thing that's impressive about Zach is Zach's was all done in the second half.
Right.
I didn't give him the ball in the first half, and he had 2 really, really long touchdowns that kind of energized the Royals. I think we're down 13-0 at half, and
make sure that the volume sounds okay. Couldn't quite hear you as well. I don't know.
turn me up here.
Is that? Oh, you're actually 4.
Oh,
I moved you so there. As far as the Warriors,
I think we're going to get ready for.
Okay.
Sorry.
We'll get to the Royals here. We're going to do an anthem here first, and need to turn that off. getting ready to begin here shortly. Do want to mention a little bit about the Warriors. The Warriors are led by number 4 senior Evan Wes-Del. Wes-Del last week was 10 of 23 passing, 153 yards, and had 3 touchdowns. Wes-Del also led the team in rushing with 52 yards on the ground, and he also was returning kicks and has a few good kick returns, was averaging over 20 yards per kick return. Just a few things watching film. He's gonna look to take shots deep. He threw a lot of deep balls. He's gonna run some option. He's gonna run some quarterback draw. So he's gonna do a little bit of everything for the Warriors tonight. You're gonna see quite a bit. His favorite target was his fellow senior, number 3, A.J. Nauman. And Nauman caught 5 passes for 55 yards. And then kind of a breakout performance there for number 13, Trey Adams, last week. Had 2 receiving touchdowns and around 60-some yards. And so this is head coach Ryan Cole's first season as head coach of the Warriors, and he replaces a coach I think that's been there for a while.
A little while,
Coach S.
Yeah, a little while.
So a little bit of a change. We do want to thank Athletic Director Kai Denny for giving us the accommodations to be able to stream this game. We really appreciate it. He set us up, and weren't sure what kind of situation we're going to be because it is kind of crowded in here. There's a lot of people here, but he's given us I don't think we could ask anything better for our situation. So, and it's air conditioned.
Yes, it is.
Which I imagine Coach Guyan's a little jealous of missing out on the AC after sweating last week.
Yep.
So our football knowledge dropped significantly from last couple of weeks. So Coach Knight's going to be carrying me quite a bit here as Coach Guyan's taken a well-deserved night off and getting to watch it from home. Looks like the Warriors are going to start with the football.
It wouldn't shock me if we tried to onside or something here. A lot of times when you're playing a team that you feel pretty confident against, that take a risk because you think the defense can handle them.
Right.
I think I would be tempted to try to pooch it right there and see, and we're overloaded a little bit. Mm. We're going to go deep.
And they do kick it to Wes-Del, I believe. I don't know.
That's Kelly, I think.
Is it Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly.
Oh, well, Wes-Del wasn't in back there, was he?
Yep. So, and
Wes-Del had a good Wes-Del had a good return to open the game last week against Tri-Central. I watched a little bit of the film. Everything working.
Yep.
Smooth.
All right. It's me that's not working smooth. Talking and hitting the buttons, it's always going to be a challenge here. So, yeah, Wes-Del's going to have the ball in the 33. Kind of lined up in a single back pistol formation, 2 receivers to their sideline, 1 to ours.
It's a handoff right up the middle.
Yeah, not going anywhere.
Yeah, the Royals all over that. I think you're going to see, like, he threw the ball a lot, 23 attempts last week, and I noticed in film he threw a lot of bubble screens, or it was bubble screens or deep. Yeah. It seemed like, and then if he didn't see his first receiver, a lot of times we wasn't shy to pull the ball down and take off and run with it.
Yeah,
so.
And that's probably a coaching thing. They're now 4 wide, no tight end, so a little offset back, and here comes your pass. They've got a guy open. Ball's a little low.
About a 3-yard gain there.
Yep, it's going to be 3rd and 9. So positive play for them. And you imagine with only getting their second game now, these kids still trying to learn the offense and get in. And I know they had some good kids graduate over the last couple of years too. So
we did see this team in the Jamboree. So we did stream the Jamboree. So we have seen them play, but we weren't really breaking them down at that point.
No, and I mean, they had some success against Shenandoah.
There's that deep ball.
Yep.
And I think there's going to be some opportunities for some interceptions because just watching last week, Wes-Del is going to challenge them deep.
Yeah, and that was Bowman there on the coverage too.
So he's not afraid to throw it, and he only had one interception. There was a couple times I think that he could have been picked and they dropped it, but our DB's got to be ready not to let anybody get behind them back there. So it looks like a punt formation here, and who's back? Who's been returning? Cole and
yeah, it looks like Cole and I can't tell who Landon.
Okay. Oh, it's
and that's going to be they called the block on that. King, I think that was Kane got a piece of it. So
yeah, and it was impressive play there by the punter. Who is it, Kelly?
Yeah.
I can't read their numbers. It's black on maroon, so
I think it's Kelly.
My eyesight
Kelly or
is
Buckner, one of the two.
Not that great, but
I think that's Buckner.
Buckner.
Yeah, it's because Buckner's listed at 6'4". He looks taller than the other guys out there.
And Buckner did a nice job just getting it off.
Yep.
It was like you said, Sotelo was right there.
Yeah. So one thing to look at too, there was when we huddle on the sideline and come out, that Braden Sullivan got the winning touchdown last week on that. The defense didn't see him.
Mm-hmm.
Comes Zach, he's going to go wide and just turn the corner. I mean, it wasn't terribly well blocked necessarily, but
yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, there's nobody going to stop Zach around that corner, not at least on this team.
Yeah, pretty easy 6-yard run, 5 to 6 yards. They just didn't turn him back in. They couldn't get out there.
No, and it seemed like well defended. They had some guys, and we'll probably see that a lot.
Zach's speed. Zach's speed last week in the second half was just North Decatur wasn't ready for it.
No, that was the difference. We've got two receivers to right. Houston running. So he's going to get a first down there.
So about 8 yards?
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. You're running your quarterback against a team like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to get an injury, but they seem to be running him a little bit more than what he has in the past.
Yeah, Coach Armstrong was always let's wait and run him when we really need him at the end of the year. We don't want to risk an injury early on.
And in a way, it backfired at Monroe Central.
Yep.
If you look back to last year.
Yep.
There's a fumble.
Royals fortunate there. I didn't see what happened. I was watching the motion.
It did hit the replay. So you're going to see a volleyball replay real quick, but here is so it just never even got back. I don't know if the hit a player pulling or.
Yeah, and it may have been sometimes that you just don't get the ball lifted when you're snapping it. So it very well could be it just didn't come off the ground. So 2nd and 12. Got twins to the left, a wing to the right. Here comes Zach in motion. Looks like much the same thing. They're just going to run a jet sweep here.
And Zach's being very patient, but
they actually played that a lot better than that first one. We had to waste 2 blockers on one Warrior, which is, that's what they want to do. That outside guy kind of setting the edge a little bit, and then they got some good pursuit. Now what we would be doing is, I'm sure the coaches up here in the box are watching, and you see that heavy pursuit, then we're going to run waggle back off that, and our waggle pass. If you watch the live stream last week, it looks like one thing. We kind of boot away from it and bring receivers back across. So now we've got twins to the left, same formation. Landon's over here to our side as a wing.
Just kind of throw it out to Braden and see what he can do here.
Yeah. It's 4-down territory.
But that last play, looking back to that last play, Zach was being very patient and a little bit different than what he was the possession before. And like you said, they kind of hemmed him in and kept him on. Didn't let him get outside.
And it was a little bit different, I think, the blocking. I'm not sure if we had a wing out there that first play. I didn't look close enough. And so they had a couple of free guys, but it was fewer guys in the wash, too. We were pulling some more. And so 4th and 6 for the Royals here on our first drive, and we got an official timeout.
Yeah, looks like a player's coming out.
Equipment problem or some blood or something. So
Brings.
So that Deshaun Davis coming on in there for the player that came out. We're running again here. See if the Royals can convert 4 wide and actually empty. We got our tight end in there.
Oh.
And that's going to be short.
Yep.
Pass was caught, but
Yep.
Houston kind of left that short, and I think it was Landon slid. So it's going to be Warriors ball. They stop us on the first one.
He went and had to go down and get it because the ball was low and couldn't. And when you throw it short of the line or what you need to gain,
right?
So not a great offensive start there.
No, and it's you worry about that too. That flat start when you're playing a team you should beat.
Wes-Del. There's the option. We saw that a little bit last week.
And there's going to be a hold, I think. Bing! I would expect that to be a hold.
I did change the color of the other button on there to see if we get a chance to use it.
Yeah, I just threw the flag there. I got it going. So, yeah, that's holding. And really it looked like he maybe should have pitched it.
Yeah. I think they ran some of that at the goal line. I noticed last week against Tri-Central.
Yeah.
Didn't have a ton of success doing it last week.
And the thing about the option, you got to practice that a lot because the timing is so important that if it's just one small part of your offense, it's really hard to be good at that. Now we've got 4 wide again, 3 by 1, and they're going to throw.
And that's
nice
a nice
play.
throw.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad coverage either from the Royals. It's going to make it second and probably 12 now. I picked up 8.
And that was caught by number 9. Sorry, I've got to get.
I think it's Alex Light.
Alex Light.
Yep, he's a senior.
And it was a good throw catch.
Yeah, but it looked like Bowman was underneath that maybe, and kind of how he should have been. And it was a good throw and catch. I thought that was going to be picked.
Was that Voles or?
Well, I think Voles was playing safety, so we had one of the guys over the top, and Dylan was the corner underneath it. So they kind of got in between our cover 2 there. So now we got not quite a spread here. They've got a wing as well, and they're going to run jet sweep. Good read on the cut. But who is that? I think Voles getting up there. Yeah, Voles on the tackle. He just played it well.
So Trey Adams, he looked like it had some potential there for Adams at first.
Yeah, it was well blocked. He got in the hole. Cameron Voles just went up. Good open field tackler. I started coaching Cameron when he was in 6th grade, and he's always been a really good tackler. So 3rd and 9, they got a couple.
And those DBs, I think, are going to be challenged a little bit. They're going to have to come up and tackle, and they're going to also have to make sure that they don't let any receivers get behind them.
Yeah. And that's what the Warriors, if they get in the pattern here, they've got 3 receivers to the home side. If they just keep throwing deep, that's actually easier to defend. And they've got an open guy. Can Wes-Del see it?
Yeah,
Nope.
He's already tucked it.
Yep, and he's going to be short just like we were.
Oh, but I think there's going to be a late hit or something.
Helmet came off.
So there was 2 flags thrown there. So personal foul, face mask is what it was.
Yep, and that'll give him the first down.
So
we had him stop for a 4th and 4.
See if we can catch that. I don't know who just. I don't know. I didn't actually see it grabbed. It was Nation was there and one other.
And it may have been coming right there. I think probably. Yeah, I think Caden. It looked like Caden had he was falling, popped the helmet right off, and that was a big play. Royals didn't have a whole lot of mistakes like that last week after a bunch in week 1, and that's right there. You had the drive stop. That's not going to help. So the Warriors get another set of downs. Royals still sitting in there 3-4.
Draw up the middle.
You talk about
Nauman.
Yeah, I think so. You talk about patient run. That was a patient run. He waited for his block to come across. They brought the wing across to kind of trap. We would have called that a wham block, that they left the defensive lineman open and unblocked, hit him. And
was that Nauman? I didn't even hear the name, but
yeah,
he was one I noticed last week. They didn't have his stats in early in on the week, and added his stats late. There's an option again.
Like, you don't want to run at Kane.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 2nd and 6 or 3rd and 6. Yeah, you don't want to run at Kane yet. Didn't play a whole lot in the first game. He's coming off like a wrist injury, I believe, and he's still, if you guys see him, he's got that like black cast or tape on his right forearm. And Kane was, you said 20 tackles. I mean, he was everywhere last week. Unbelievable.
Flag button. That's what they're telling me.
So we got the 4x4 here. 2 on each side. Quick screen. See, they're going to see if they can pick it up. Didn't get a block out there, though.
Oh, almost got around the tackle, though.
It's going to be 4th and 2.
That was a good job by Landon that held on there and got that tackle.
Yeah, and I think Bowman came off the block. Like they're supposed to block with the outside receiver, and Dylan forced that to go back inside, back into Landon or whoever that was. Might have been Smitty.
We got, for the most part, we've got a pretty experienced defensive back group that rotate back there. They played a lot of games.
The 4th and 3, and it's going to be offsides on the Warriors, and that hurts. 4th and 3 is doable. 4th and 8, you just raised the difficulty level.
That's one of those where you're trying to make that work the other way.
Yep.
So
and you
get yourself.
Yeah, and you just went from a run pass option to pretty much they gotta pass it now. So the last time the Warriors were getting short on downs, we helped them out. See if we can stop them this time. Got 2 receivers on each side. Shotgun snap. And they're all out.
He's going to draw.
He's got a scramble, and there's going to be a hold. He's got the first down, but I think it's going to come back.
Yep. And I noticed that he wasn't afraid. They ran some quarterback draws last week, and he's not a bad athlete. He's probably their best athlete, in fact. So great arm, and he's got a little bit of speed, and kind of did everything for him. He had the first down, so they're going to take it. He's coming off the field. I don't know why he's coming.
Well, it's good because they're going to be on.
There's going to punt.
Yeah, I would think it's now 4th and 20.
Right, gotcha.
4th and 25, something like that. So
I'm not used to punting through the years.
Yeah, self-inflicted there for the Warriors after they had a nice little drive going.
What was it, 2013? We punted like twice.
Yeah, I think one of those was in the state championship maybe too. That Coach Etch was not afraid to go for it on 4th down. Coach Gallion liked that strategy too.
Officials getting something off the field. Good toss, I think. Made it to the sideline. And see if they kick to Cole. I like to see Cole get a chance. Oh, and
Landon drops it, and he goes right down.
Muffed it. I don't know if they kick away from Cole. I mean, if they've seen any of his, he's one of our best returners in school history.
I would kick away from Cole. Do you wonder if your punter has that control? They had better blocking that time. They got a better snap, so.
And I should have replayed that, but we saw it.
Yeah, Landon ran up on that. It was kind of in no man's land. If you step back, it's going to take a funny bounce. If you don't come up hard, then you got a problem. And he kind of got caught in between. So Royals huddle up, come on out again. We'll see what we've got.
He did a good job just corralling it and getting it, though. It wasn't. So.
And Kane Sotelo for the first time on offense going to play that wing. Here comes Zach. And there's the counter, and that's well played. I thought Cole had a shot there. So that's part of your hoping to pull the defense going to stop Zach and come back with Cole.
Yep. And I know we'll talk about it later, but I have some questions about the wing tee.
Yeah, I can answer what I can answer, and we'll make up the other stuff. So same formation. Got Zach and Braden split out to the left.
And Houston just takes it.
Yep. And that's design. That's going to be 3rd and probably 3. Yeah, that's a design play. So you got a little bit of a lead maybe on that side.
Good Royals crowd over there, as you can see. The bleachers are pretty well they're packed. They're not huge, but
We had some of our students sneak in the Wes-Del student section over here, and they've been corralled.
Mr. Barton has removed them.
Oh, and this is gonna be close.
I think he's got enough.
Well, the guy on our sideline's got a short. The guy on the eastern sideline got him with the first down. The guy on the Wes-Del one has got him short by about a yard.
But he calls it first down.
I'm surprised they didn't at least measure that one.
Yeah. It depended on which sideline the officials were. Like the ones standing in front of Wes-Del were encouraged to be a little bit to the left. And the one in front of Eastern was, I guess the Eastern one won.
Yep, never quite seen that discrepancy before. They were about 2 yards apart. Houston boots out to the left.
Oh, and that's a caught there by Riggs.
Yep, Riggs got it. That was a waggle. And I'm trying to there was a Warrior who cut in front of that, went for the interception rather than make the solid play. And Chase kept good concentration and was able to pick up probably another 10 yards there.
And I learned that from last week.
Yep.
I was about to say it, but I wasn't confident enough in my waggle.
Here's the thing: just if you see Houston booting out and somebody dragging across, you just call it a waggle. Chances are you're right.
I played Madden, and now I know what that means on Madden now.
Yep.
Back in the day.
A little bit different than a boot. Boot, you don't have any block in usually, but we're one receiver at this time. One back. And we're just sending people deep. That's Zach, and he just got behind.
Oh, and
that's
just
a touchdown.
Royals.
Yep.
I mean, that was well thrown. Houston just put it right on the money.
Yeah, and the Warrior who was in coverage stopped for a second because he was running with Zach fairly well.
Yeah, I don't think he realized how fast Zach is. Here's the replay. I mean, well thrown ball. Zach just ran right under it.
You can see it right there. The DB got caught looking. That was like the cheat code right there.
I think Zach's speed is rated 99.
Yeah. Any
on Madden.
Anybody around our age who grew up playing Technical Bowl knew, like, if Bo Jackson was the cheat code, and I think the 49ers tight end, who I don't remember if that was Brent Jones at the time, but he would catch everything. He had one play. He would catch it, and you could score every time, too.
I don't know if I consider Zach Bo Jackson, though. He's trying to think of who is the – because Bo Jackson, you just couldn't tackle. You just fall off of him in that game.
Yeah. Well, there was a guy a little after that from Florida State, and I think he played for the Chiefs prior to Andy Reid being there. And it was kind of like Tyreek Hill, and I forget the guy's name, but they called him the human joystick.
He's going to miss it wide left by Redmond.
Not many misses for Aaron this year. His first season as a full-time kicker.
Yeah, he's been impressive.
Yep.
I was watching the kicker for Tri-Central kicked in the first extra point they kicked in a long time last week. So let's see here. Let's get a commercial in here real quick.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Franks, thanks for that. Dante Hall. Good memory, or you just Googled it, one of the two. He was probably on your fantasy team, and you probably offered him to everybody in a ridiculous trade.
I'm really disappointed that league's no longer in existence. I only got to play in it once.
It was a ridiculous league. We can blame Bechtel, too, because Bechtel never updated his thing. And then I think Smith had Terrell Owens the year Terrell Owens quit or got sent home. So it was an interesting league. Anytime you have a lawyer and a Bragdon running stuff.
Yes. It was fun the one year I got to do it, though, right before it ended. That was a short little kick there by Redmond, and the Warriors played it well, and they're going to have decent field position here to start their next drive.
Oh, that's a nice little run. You said that was Weitzel? No,
that's
Devin Groh. It's just kind of
Devin Groh,
almost like a traditional fullback, just squeezed through there. They may have run a trap.
I did notice they had Nauman seemed like their kind of speed guy, and then they had one guy that was a little bit more power, and I think that's Groh there. Last week.
So 3 receivers, a wing. That one back kind of offset to the quarterback's right. They run it again. It's kind of a little trap.
Positive yardage there.
Yeah. And see, like if I'm the Warriors, the thing I want to do right, I don't want to get in a scoring contest. I don't want to have to throw all the time. I want to eat the clock because you keep it close. That gives us a chance to make a mistake. And for Eastern, I mean, that's 6 points in the first quarter where we've done pretty good. I mean, only had the ball twice though, and
yeah, I think they've already ran more early on. They threw the ball a lot more at this point in the game last week. Ooh.
Yep, dodges the tackle from
again.
Hoskins. Yeah, Hoskins came in. I think he put his head down at the last second.
And a nice little move in traffic by Groh.
Now, at some point, our coordinator is probably going to call a blitz right there in that A gap and hope to blow it up. But for the Warriors, they're hanging on to the ball. They're running the clock. I mean, they're only down 6-0.
We're going to end the first quarter.
Yep, so the end of the first quarter here, Royals up 6-0 on a probably 30, 35-yard touchdown pass from Houston Swan to Zach Arnold. We're going to take a commercial now.
Yeah, let's do a double barrel. We got a quick commercial here from Double Barrel. All right, so that's Double Barrel Woodworks. So check them out on Facebook. They can do some incredible work, as you can see in that quick little video there. Do want to thank everyone that is watching. I believe I had it up here. Let me check again. We're looking at 100 and around 100, somewhere around 120 watching.
And if we've got the Satellos listening in yet, I don't know. They're watching Caden play football tonight, so tell them we said good luck. And if you can grab JP and Tyler Spear, that'd be good too.
Start of the second period here. And another run right up the middle, Grow.
Yep, that's going to be a first down.
First down run.
And we've got a Royal down, maybe. Fincher a little slow getting up.
Bowles comes out there.
And you run a play like that to take advantage of an aggressive defense. And so if we're filling hard and they can hit that hole, that there's nobody there in the middle. We'll see what our adjustment is as they line up in pretty much the same formation that they've been in the last 4 plays. And they're just going to keep going. And at that point, a little better defense, still got 3 or 4 yards.
I mean, it's one of those where you just keep doing it till you stop it, I think.
Yep.
I
I told this story before. Coach Peacock at Mount Vernon one time ran buck sweep, I think 19 times in a row. He said, I'm going to run it until they stop it. Not a whole lot of coaches have patience to keep doing that.
Right.
I know I would have a tough time. So now we got a 3-by-1, three receivers to the left. Got Nauman back in there, I think. Or no, Kelly?
A little out in the flat.
Uh-oh.
Another first down. Is that three? Almost 2 out of the last 3 plays result in first downs.
Yep. Yep, and that was Nauman who caught that in that little screen, or more of a swing pass. Again, just taking advantage of. It's like we're guessing right now, and not react and not.
And I watched the film from last week too, and they're not. Wes-Del is not playing the same way that they played last week. It was a lot of throwing the ball and then white cell run when they didn't have anything open.
So maybe they figured out that's not their strength. There we go again. Well,
can't tackle, not wrapping up there.
Nope, we got in the backfield, held them to about a yard and a half, but I think Chase got in there and read the play really, really well, but I think that was Nauman that time, just shifty enough. Right now, the Royals need to kind of focus here. We're going to be in danger of letting them tie this up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're sitting on the 21, second down and 8. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Receiver to the running back to the left of the quarterback.
And Whitesell's going to go out in the flat.
Yep.
Oh, it's fumbled.
Very fortunate there was a receiver there. That was Cameron Buckner that was kind of sitting there watching, and that could have been disastrous for the Warriors. We saw that once on their last drive already where they kind of imploded.
Oops.
They recover it. They're going to have it first and goal from, call it the 8.5, maybe the 8.
I don't know if I got that or not.
And it was a nice move after catching the ball there, but Cole comes in as an outside linebacker.
Right up the middle, Grow, and he's
Same
going to
thing.
be just short of the goal line, but
Yeah.
they've definitely found something they like.
Yep.
And they're taking advantage of it right now.
Now I've seen some guys rotate through on our line, so it's
not a fatigue.
No, I mean it's not. It's like you start to replace the guys who are getting beat. Well, what do you do when the guys who you replace them with are getting beat on the same thing?
Nolman's out there kind of by himself on the left.
I think I just run the same thing. Maybe not the same hole, but why not? Here comes the blitz right up the middle, and he made good cut. That's a touchdown.
Touchdown Warriors, and really good drive by the Warriors. They just marched right down the field, and Royals really struggled defensively there.
Yep, 2 passes, 1 little swing pass, and then that pass to the flats there to get him down inside the 10, and
then they did have Jason Adams there kicked an extra point last week.
Yeah.
So I saw he had 2 extra points last week, I believe. So
the Warriors trying to take the lead here.
And
it's good.
It's good. So the Warriors take the lead here in second quarter. And Royals are going to regroup here and see what they can do offensively as well. We'll just kind of look at the team schedules here. Royals playing Wes-Del tonight. The Royals playing Wes-Del tonight, and then next week is homecoming week at Eastern Hancock, and they will be taking on currently number 6 in Class 2A Heritage Christian. Be interesting. I heard their really good stud running back hasn't been playing, but I know he was really good in the past couple of years.
Oh, geez, that kid was
Brown.
good.
Is his name?
Yeah,
Colton
Brown.
Colton Brown.
Yeah, because I think Costin was our
Yes.
Eastern. Yeah.
But I remember he was impressive. So that's what the Royals, and then the Plowshare and Anvil game against Knightstown after that.
Yeah, really, Heritage will be the best competition we've seen to this point, even until we get into the later part of the season.
I even expected Milan. Milan's traditionally been pretty good, but I looked and they're kind of having a tough start to their season.
Yeah.
I was expecting that to be a bump up in our schedule, and I'm not so sure it is.
Yeah, and they may be a little bit cyclical. I think North Decatur will
Zach.
help our strength. There goes Zach.
And And that's got to be a horse collar.
Yes, it is. So that's going to be an extra, I think, 15 yards there.
And Zach doing Zach things, getting around the corner a little bit, and I guess when you're trying to tackle Zach, you grab whatever you can.
Yeah. So maybe not kick to him next time. That would be a good strategy.
Personal foul. Yeah. See if we can get that in real quick.
The Royals would have had good field position anyway, but now we're going to be on the other side, basically on the 40 going in. So 30, 39, we'll call it. Real short field for the Royals offense, and we need to respond to that Warriors drive.
Might have been the easiest horse collar call ever.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
about as obvious as it gets. That's like what they use in the definition in official meetings.
Yep, and they try to run that quarterback power right there, and he's going nowhere. I think we're generous. They gave us a no gain.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, we haven't really been moving the ball on the ground very much.
No.
We've thrown 2 passes and a touchdown.
Well, and Coach Galley and I kept calling to give Zach the ball last week. We haven't really seen Cole do anything yet, and when you got 2 guys like that, I don't know why you're running your quarterback when you don't need to.
Yeah. And it's interesting. What I was going to ask you was about the this wing tee does not seem like I remember Coach Johnson's wing tee and Coach Peacock's wing tee, and it seems like we were in like a really small area, and this is much more spread.
So I think
it's Cole though.
And there we go. You get Cole on a swing pass just like they did. We get a first down. Some of it is there are wing tee concepts, and then you throw the power in like that, and so you can do that. It's not the true wing tee, and I think we for 3 years we've spread out with really really good receiver type kids. I mean it wouldn't be. It's smart, I should say, to take advantage of their skill set.
Right.
I think this offense may look different next year.
Right.
Because those kids are all seniors, but.
Right. I just remember it seemed like when I've seen the wing tee, I think maybe even Shenandoah's run it some. I don't know.
They do some midline stuff. Triton Central did it for a while in the I want to say the mid 2000s, 2000 to 2010. Jason West, who just left Warren Central and won a couple state championships. He was a big wing tee guy.
It just seemed to be like a lot of really close, no wide receivers, misdirection kind of type stuff.
Yep.
Back in the day. So I just noticed when I knew that we were running the wing tee, I'm like, this is not the wing tee that I know.
No.
So, and that's just me being a non-football coach, and my football knowledge is what I see at Colts games.
Right.
So. Oh, that pass was over 21 yards by Cole Rainbolt. So he is now the career receiving leader in school history. He just passed Austin Smith.
Yeah, congratulations, Cole. Well-deserved, well-earned. He's a hard-working kid. And we're going to go empty, putting Cole in motion and put him out there on a screen again.
He's going to add to that record.
Yep, and that was a really good move. And
he's going to be just out of bounds.
Yep, and the Warriors actually played that pretty well. Cole dipped in. They went for it, and he bounced back out and probably picked up another 15 yards. And that's the thing, like I was saying, nobody –
oops, sorry. I didn't mean to.
The majority of people we play aren't going to have a Cole or a Zach, let alone a Cole and a Zach.
All right, we got to get back. Sorry, I didn't get that replay.
We are packed in here.
So this is what I think of. Zach's going to take it, and he's going to score.
Yep.
I haven't seen a signal, though.
Oh, they're going to call him down.
I think they're calling him short, but some of the people in the press box called it a touchdown, but the people that count on the field.
No, I thought that was a touchdown. We're going to get it right here. They're actually going to get a penalty. Wes-Del called timeout.
Oh, we nearly
get their line on here.
Yeah.
That was a buck sweep, and that was the traditional wing tee play. That's the one.
Let's look at Wes-Del's schedule here. They didn't have their first game of the season. It got canceled. I'm not exactly sure who that was against. Can't remember off the top of my head. They're going to play a really good Tri team, I believe. I think Tri's really got a good football team, and they're going to be playing them next week at Tri, and then they follow that up with Shenandoah, another conference matchup.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if Wes-Del plays like they're doing so far in this first half, they're going to have a chance at Shenandoah for the first time in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, they've had a really good, strong first half so far.
Yeah.
Here are those conference standings so far. So we can look at games tonight. We have the Royals at Wes-Del, and another conference matchup is Monroe Central at North Decatur.
Yeah, and Shenandoah and North Decatur lost their first, didn't have their first game, just like Wes-Del, so they're only playing second one. There's Cole. He's going to duck in. He's going to get his touchdown.
Yep, he's going to score easily there by Rainbolt. And do we go for two here, or do you?
Nope, he's going to kick it.
We're going to kick it.
You want to be careful you're not chasing points,
Right.
but this is a game that we should.
Right.
It shouldn't be a contest.
Right. And you're getting Redmond some experience. I know sometimes it seemed like whenever we would score, he's missed it. Wide left.
I think we'll see a two-point attempt next time, by the way.
But I know I used to talk about how I think to Coach Gallion, you scored a touchdown earlier, you go for two right away, then you're making the other team chase you.
Yes.
And you're kind of dictating what they have to do, or at least put some pressure on them.
Right.
So when you're in the lead, you have some options, but but to get that little 8-point lead to start a game is kind of interesting.
Yeah, and I'd not ever heard it explained like Coach Gallion did when he said that. It makes a lot of sense.
Do you want to? We were looking at those conference standings here. So the Royals are the only one with the win so far, but like we mentioned, Monroe Central and North Decatur are playing. I'll check out scores here shortly. I will be able to pull that up fairly quickly. But not a lot of conference games to this point. And let's start trying to look for
Royals with a 5-point lead, 5:45 left in the second quarter. And we'll be kicking off here. Kind of that pooch kick again, right in the short up. Yep, and
kind of mishandled there.
Yep. And that's what you do. You got guys that aren't used to fielding the ball, having to run up. That's kind of what we saw Landon do on that punt. And if it takes a funny bounce, you recover it. You count on having some fast guys over there. So last time we saw the Warriors with the ball, they were running it inside. Come out in that same formation they had some success with. We'll see how the Royals adjust. As here it comes again. And about 3-yard gain.
So definitely know what they were talking about during that sideline. Though I don't know how many do we have going both ways here?
For us,
we do have a lot of kids go.
We
both
don't
ways.
typically, but it looks like we've replaced a few. As Carter Dishman doesn't normally play nose. He's not the starting nose to give him a break there on defense. He's in there now. So we'll see. We're still trying to two-platoon it.
Monroe Central is ahead 7-0.
And probably a 4 or 5 yard gain for the Warriors on another little pass to the flats and out route. No, and that's really hard to defend. The way that they're running, getting the ball out of their hands quick. So they're going to have about a 3rd and probably long 3.
Monroe Central's Twitter is calling North Decatur the Mustangs.
I mean, they must be taunting them or
I
something.
don't know if they just they're just not familiar. Those schools probably don't play a whole lot.
Yeah.
I just noticed that on Twitter.
Sprint out.
Oh,
Got
he's
an open receiver,
Yeah.
and he's going to.
Oh,
Nice job by
Smitty.
Ashton Smith. Just reaches out, grabs
Yeah.
the shirt sleeve.
Yeah. And I felt like there was a couple people open there. Like, yeah, that was a. I did not get the replay. Sorry.
Braden Tincher gets up holding his wrist. I hope he's all right. I didn't catch who that receiver was.
Yeah. It was a good throw and catch.
Yeah.
And like I said, I wasn't sure. There was two receivers there. I
Yep.
wasn't sure which one he was throwing it to because I thought they both were open.
Well, that was a little bit like our Wago. They bring a guy across into that open spot. And right now, the Warriors got the Royals defense off balance. There comes that trap again. And another 2 or 3 yards. If the Warriors can stay patient on offense, they got a chance. If they feel like they got to get it all back into play, I think they're going to have some trouble because you mentioned earlier our DBs are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're shortening the game. We've had the ball 3 times in the first half, and there's 3:40 left to go.
Right. Yeah, I've been really impressed with the Warriors so far.
There's another one right there, and they're just same old, same old. I mean, this is like 1970s football.
Right.
The formations don't look quite the same, but it's run it up the middle, run it up the middle. If you were Woody Hayes, you'd run up the middle again. So Woody used to say there are only 3 things can happen on the pass, and 2 of them are bad. So this will be the big one for the Royals. 3rd and 5 for the Warriors, 4 down territory. They're going to throw it. Little swing pass again. Same thing they did last time.
Oh, good move there at the point.
Yep, that was Kelly, I think.
Who missed there? Was that Riggs? Yeah.
And so,
Riggs just went after him with nice juke move and.
yep, and they're on like about the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. So making an open field tackle is really, really hard, and that's what they're doing to us. And like Kane, I think Kane Sotelo could tackle anybody. Cameron Voll's pretty good open field tackler, but they're giving us a little move, and for whatever reason, we're not able to make those plays tonight.
Now at 1st and goal.
Yeah, there we go. That's Cade Nation making a play, and I didn't see maybe Reed Hedrick, so there's another starter, a 2-way starter now. So Reed and Caden met in the backfield, and that's the first time we've stopped that play. And now you see if Wes-Del's patient enough to keep kind of doing that, or are they going to go outside of character here? Second and goal from about the 9, maybe the 8.
Weitzel's looking to throw. And there's nobody, but he gets away for a
Oh,
moment.
and then got hammered. I think that was Kane.
That's a really big loss there.
Yeah, you just got to get rid of the ball.
And
Got to get rid of the ball.
I know it's not the NFL. You can't just launch it wherever. So I didn't see anybody open. So good coverage
and that's one of those where as he came out and he dodged the first tackler, instead of trying to make something happen, you throw it away, throw it out of the back of the end zone. You live to fight another play, and now you make it really hard because you got 3rd and goal from the 20.
Right.
And so this plays into our hands now because we got our DBs back there, and we can kind of turn our line loose.
Right.
So they're either going to go, try to pick it up here, or you run a trap and you try to take it down so there's 1 play left because they don't want to give us the ball. Because all you got to do is give Zach and Cole 5 seconds in the go.
I just want to see who Shenandoah is playing. Shenandoah is at Lapel. Bulldogs, Lapel is ahead 20-14 over the Raiders. Monroe Central's up 7-0 over the Chargers. New Palestine's up 21-0 over Yorktown. Tri is up 6-0. Not sure who they're playing. Union County up 20-0 over Knightstown.
Ooh, good for them.
So that's some of our local scores.
1:03 left in this half. Royals with the 12-7 lead. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 20. Big sack there. Kane Sotelo came in, made a pretty big hit on a scrambling Weitzel.
I mean, you think that they're going to get 2 shots here, so you
Yep.
just get part of it.
And
but
that's
it's
what
picked
you didn't
off.
want to have happen, and that's probably going to be a penalty on us as well.
Oh,
And that's not a horse collar for anybody who's hollering. We got the front of the jersey.
but Tincher with the interception.
Yep. It's a nice job by Braden and hanging on to the ball there too.
We got
think
a flag. We're just
I think
double checking.
Yeah, I thought they had a man downfield on that sprint out, and that's what you don't want to.
Here we go. Here's the interception.
So Eastern got a chance to lengthen their lead here. 55.5 seconds to go, and we know we've got a couple of lightning quick guys. I would look for something to Cole or Zach, whether that's we're going to run by him on the sideline or we're going to run some sort of counter. But I would put the ball in the hands of those 2 guys.
Right. We do have a halftime report that my class will be. Nope, we'll go to
I
play.
think the Royals got away with an offside there too, or
Just throws it away.
and that's the
late hit.
Yep, and that's going to be 15 yards for the Royals, or 10 yards. I forget exactly, but that's the quarterback play. You got nothing, throw it out of bounds.
Right. See if I catch this roughing. Like you say, you just kind of threw it over in Zach's area. And it's kind of a light hit. I don't know. But
There's the emphasis on protecting the quarterback. So 15 yards for the Royals. They're going to be at the 36. Still got a chunk of the field to go, but again, 50 seconds. And I think all of our timeouts.
yeah, I can't remember any off the top of my head. Houston's going to throw.
And
Oh, there's a flag. I don't know what that is.
And that's going to be
a hold or something.
us, I would assume. And I think they had Cole going down the middle, too. I'm not sure if Houston want to get that ball out of his hands quick. Yep, and that's a hold. So it's going to make it 1st and maybe 12 from where the ball's spotted.
As I was mentioning, my intro to communications class will have a halftime report that they put together this week. So stay tuned for that. And then we'll also play the Commissioner's Corner from the IHSAA at halftime.
So we're at 40 seconds left in the half. 1st and 22 for the Royals. We got 5 wides. Zach can't hang on to that one. Thought it looked like the timing was off there.
Right.
And he had nowhere to go anyway.
Right. He was going to get tackled if he caught it.
So, and really the down and distance not a huge issue at this point. More the distance from the goal line. Right. We're not going to kick a 70-yard field goal. So I would look for something to get the ball into Zach Cole's hands quick again.
Flag button.
Oh, sorry. I'm bad with the flag button. Sorry, folks.
And Swan's going to go deep. Rainbow.
He couldn't hang on to it.
That's tough.
And really, that was a good ball. It was in the pocket between 3 guys. And Houston got it up there. Cole had to jump a little bit, and I think he lost control when he was coming back down.
Right. I probably should have replayed that one because I thought it was a great throw and hit Cole right in the hands. Usually he's going to pull that down.
Right. Any shorter, and that's going to get picked from underneath. Any farther, and it's over his head, or the deep guy's got a shot at it. So Houston put that ball, gave Cole a good shot at it. So same thing again. We got five wide. One of them's a tight end, I guess, so he's not really wide. But
This is where you need that play where they don't cover Brayton.
Yep, and there goes
There's Landon. He might get it. It's going to be just short.
Yeah.
Well, if we could just run that play where they just don't cover Braden Sullivan, that worked last week.
Well, we got to come out of a timeout. And I think after seeing it on film, Wes-Del probably alerted their kids, like, hey, when they come off the sideline, make sure you're looking for receivers. So it's going to be 4th and 4, 20.8 seconds left, and really, I mean, the fourth down doesn't matter. We're not going to. I'm not going to run it for 4 yards here. No. Take the chance of that. So they're going to sprint out here.
Ooh,
they've got Landon
pressure.
open again, and this time they covered it.
Yep.
And that's going to be it. Wes-Del will have 15 seconds.
All right, and that's the senior Houston versus I remember a freshman Houston when that was probably picked or something where he just tried to force something and he just took it and threw it out of bounds and lived for the next time. So here's a chance for and Weissel's got an arm, so you got to make sure you don't let anybody get behind him.
I'm not risking it.
Yeah.
I just want to hand the ball off. Mostly because you've had a really good half. You don't want to lose momentum. I've been on the other side trying to catch up before, where I try to have my quarterback make a play and it's blown up in our face.
Oh, he does go deep, and they're going to say, they're going to call it an
interception.
Interception.
And what happens is you just gave Zach and Cole a chance to make a play again. You run a trap, they run off tackle, something. So this, like, if you have a trick play,
sorry, I keep hitting that button.
This is a classic.
I thought it kind of. I mean, I'm surprised that it almost looked like a trap. I don't know who.
Yeah, well, the ref there. I mean, from his view.
Not that it's going to matter here because they're just going to.
Unless we're going to fake it, but I think I would just hand it to Zach and see what happens.
I've seen Jeff Brown do that before.
We don't want to be comparing him to Braum anymore. Okay. He had his year of glory, right?
So the Royals lead 12-7 here. Maybe a little closer than we anticipated. But Warriors have played well. They've done a nice job, and we've had a few big plays for the Royals. You see a beach ball comes into the screen there. Couple things here. We're going to have a little halftime report from my Intro to Communications class. I promised them that it would get played this weekend, and so we're going to show that, and then as soon as that's over, we'll have the Commissioner's Corner from the IHSAA, and then we'll be back for the second half.
Oh,
sorry. I do want to mention, though, I can't forget this. This is the Dave's Express Care Car Wash halftime, and we really appreciate their support of the EH Sports Network.
What's up, Royals fans? I hope you enjoyed the first half. This is the Dave's Express Car Wash halftime report. I'm Joey, that's Isaac, and I'm going to bring you some news from around Eastern Hancock. Homecoming is coming up next week, Tuesday the 7th to Saturday the 11th, while the homecoming game is on September 10th against Heritage Christian.
Following up to the game, we have a Spirit Week with the following themes. No theme Monday because of Labor Day. Tuesday's PJ, Wednesday's Clicks, Thursday, your class theme, so freshmen would be Game of Life, sophomores, Candyland, juniors, Monopoly, and seniors is Clue. If you want to help decorate for your class, come in anytime Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Friday. And the theme for the game is Crazy Blue and White.
Thanks, Isaac. Tuesday the 7th, we're having the Sledgehammer game. Freshmen will play the juniors, and the seniors will play the sophomores. The Powder Puff game is Wednesday with the same matchups. Finally, ending off homecoming week, we're having a homecoming dance, the 11th, at the school from 8 to 11 p.m. Hope to see you there. Now, on to Chase and Silas.
Thanks, Joey Isaac, for our school news. Now on to fall sports. This fall season, our sports, football, volleyball, boys tennis, and cross-country teams have been competing for these first couple weeks of school. The Royals off to a strong start coming into this week.
First off, we have volleyball. Middle school volleyball started off the season, but we do not have any results yet. High school volleyball varsity is 8-3 and JV is 6-2. Our leaders in stats are senior Lily Hunt with 79 kills, junior Sydney Hayes with 151 assists and 10 aces, junior Olivia Coffin and sophomore Ruby White lead the team with 5 blocks apiece.
Good job, ladies. Now on to cross country. Middle school cross country has had a great start to their season with the EH invite. Sydney Johnson placed 9th in the girls' race out of 37. Kenan Powers placed 4th, and Andrew Metz placed 10th in the boys' race out of 47 runners. Good job, middle school cross country. Now on to high school cross country. They have started up their season with a Wapahani invite. The results for our top 2 runners were, in the boys' side, in 13th place was Preston Markley with a time of 19 minutes, 23.7 seconds, and in 16th place was Brennan Metz with a time of 19 minutes, 49.6 seconds.
That's fast.
On the girls' side, in 9th place was Olivia Evans with a time of 24 minutes, 16.4 seconds, and in 19th place was Mia Griesemeyer with a time of 25 minutes, 58.1 seconds.
Very impressive runners. Next up, girls golf. High school golf is 3-5. Our girls golfers include Abby Bowling, Emily Grant, Hannah Dolans, Shelby Jackson, and Inez Friddle. Good luck the rest of the season, ladies. We also have boys tennis. High school boys tennis is 2-2. Middle school boys are 2-0, and middle school girls are 1-1.
Finally, on to football. Middle school football has had a great start to their season to start out. 8th grade team is 2-0, while our 7th grade team is 1-1. Our high school football teams have also started. Our varsity team is 2-0, while our JV is 0-2. The varsity has defeated both Alexandria 31-21 and North Decatur in a nail-biter 27-20. We also lead the MEC conference with a record of 1-0. Our leaders in stats are senior Zach Arnold has 9 carries for 140 yards, giving him 15.6 yards per carry. Our junior Kane Sotelo has 17 solo tackles and 25 total. That's pretty impressive.
I know.
Seniors Cole Rainbow and Lennon O'Neill are tied for the most touchdowns each with 3 apiece. Senior Houston Swan, our quarterback, has 333 passing yards in the 2 games the Royals have played so far.
That is it for our sports section here, and enjoy the rest of the game.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA. We call this Commissioner's Corner. It's Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, you're a month into it. Give me an overview, 10,000-foot overview of how the first month has gone for our fall sports.
You know, Bob, it's, the first thing I would always say, we're going to celebrate that we're playing. And we're out and we're going, and everything is going just like it did last year and the years before. But it's like any other year. We still can't stop talking about the pandemic and COVID and what's going on, because we do have schools that have to shut down for a period of time and because of close contact. And that's happening just like it did last year. Doesn't seem to be as frequent this year. But it's still happening, and that's why we need our folks to continue to be safe and do everything they can to keep student-athletes safe so they can continue to play. But all in all, we're very pleased with where we're at, and we're peeking around the corner at tournament time. It's going to start up here before we know it.
Well, let's talk about tournaments, because obviously the ultimate goal when you participate is to participate in championships and win championships. And as you mentioned, we're literally a month or under a month away for some of our fall sports championships.
We are. Girls golf kicks off at the sectional tournament level in about 2 weeks. Assistant Commissioner Kaufman's been working with his courses and his hosts to make sure that tournament's ready to go. And then we turn right around the corner, and about a month out, 4 weeks, or just slightly over 4 weeks, boys and girls soccer starts. So we're here, and the leaves are going to turn, and we're going to see some color in the sky, and we're going to be playing fall tournament series before we know it.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, you mentioned it earlier. I think we all understand, on the national scale, you have NFL players, NFL franchises affected by close contact and COVID in those situations. And so, it makes sense for us on a local level to understand that we're not immune from that. No one is, and that everyone has to be very diligent in what they do.
They do, and and what we're seeing a little bit, Bob, is people are a little fatigued. I call it COVID fatigue, because we've been dealing with this pandemic for well over a year now. We're pushing the 18-month mark, and I think people are just saying, "Come on, when's this going to let up?" And as any good athlete, you got to continue with the grind. And it's become a grind, but you can't let up. You got to continue to do what we know wins these types of situations. I mean, we know how we need to live as a society with dealing with the pandemic, and we just got to continue to grind that out as we move into the fall season here, and winter's right around the corner.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's week 3, which kind of seems impossible. We're playing week 3 in football into conference play now. Things start to really get interesting.
They do. And I always said after week 3, you start to learn where your balance of power is in the state. We've got enough contests, and we know who's going to be good and who's trying to get better. And they may be getting some kids back from injury that have been out early in the season. But we start to learn a little bit more about what our postseason is going to look like after week 3. And I think that's kind of I watch that on a weekly basis. Want to try to see who's got enough. We call it enough Joes or enough student athletes to be able to carry them to Lucas Oil in the stadium that our partners, the Colts, play in later on in November.
He is the commissioner of the IHSAA. Our weekly conversation with him regarding all things IHSAA related. Commissioner, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the week and the weekend, and let's hope everybody stays safe.
Thanks, Coach, and thank you for helping us promote student-athlete-based sports across the state.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
And I give donut number 2 overall. I give Concannon's. It's just an amazing restaurant. You can't beat it. Anytime you're in the area, go there. I was going to stop somewhere else.
Turn me off.
All right. Well, we are getting ready to get the second half started here with Royals going to receive the kickoff, up 12-7 on a half that I think if you're a Royals fan, you didn't really see coming. If you're a Wes-Del fan, you're really pleased. Teams played well, especially offensively in the first half. And right now, you're in a position to make this a game. It's encouraging growth for them from last week for the Royals. Looking to see if we can blow it open, much like we did last week. So that opening kickoff will go out of bounds. There'll be a penalty. The Royals will probably take the ball there. Oh, and we're going to make him kick it again. And that's not necessarily a bad idea when you've got Zach and Cole back there. You got a chance to break it. Peyton Spear back there as well as the third deep receiver. Wes-Del moves back 5 yards. And I think if I'm Wes-Del, I'd just maybe kick it along the ground. I don't want to get Zach or Cole to have their hands on it after some of the damage they did in the first half. And we'll see how they approach this.
I'm sorry if you saw Cody a few times or if you're hearing Cody. We have a special video I'm trying to set up, and I've got a little preview maybe.
Well, that one's going to go to Cole right down the middle. And he waits for the blockers and bounces it outside, and he's taken down.
Oh, there's a late flag.
And it's going to be a horse collar again. The first guy who got him kind of grabbed him up high and then pulled him down by the jersey, and that's a no-no.
That's I don't know if that we've seen that a few times now, and not just a few times that were called and weren't called, where they tackled up high.
Yeah, and I think the defense.
We're dropping. Hold on.
Hopefully
our stream's working.
The difference is where you grab them. And so if you're grabbing from the side or the front, it's not a horse collar because the body bends naturally that way.
Hopefully the stream's working fine.
Yeah.
I got logged out.
Okay. So first and 10 from Wes-Del's 48. Cole coming out wide and well played, probably for a yard loss. Yep, taken down before he can get back.
Okay.
It'll be 2nd 11 from the 49. And really coming out of halftime, we should be able to see some of the adjustments that the coaches made. And there's a lead to Cole. He's going to gain probably 6 or 7. Drag the Warrior with him.
I don't know. Did you mention it has got some rain? I didn't.
No, I didn't.
So there is a little bit of rain. The umbrellas have come out. So we'll see how that affects the game.
And I wouldn't be overly concerned because both teams seem to want to run it more, although it could make the ball a little bit slippery. So we'll see. So 3rd and we'll call it 6 for the Royals. Probably 4 downs. That's going to be a penalty.
That's going to be Royal moving on the left side. I didn't see who it was.
Well, and I think the center moved the ball first, and that triggered the guard. So I don't know if that was not hearing Houston clearly or a little bit of anticipation. And so, yeah, now 3rd and 10. We kind of bring our receiving package back in. I just saw Zach and Cole come back in, and looked like Kane went off. Yeah, but we're pressing now.
Yeah.
We're in danger of a just get it off. And Landon's going to get it, but I can't tell if he got enough for the first down.
Going to be just short, I think.
Yep.
He's going to be a yard short. Wes-Del better get set, and they're gonna call timeout. Warriors don't want to blow this opportunity here, and the Royals were up and huddling quick. All right, we're gonna try this since I've been messing with this. So Coach Hibbert visited, and I don't know if this is gonna work or not. So let's give it a shot here, and I'm gonna refresh. And we'll see what works. Hopefully you can hear it. We will try that later. I just realized I did have it paused. And oh gosh.
Big 4th and 1 for the Royals offense. They're going to hit Cole off tackle, and he's going to pick up the 1, I think.
It's close. It's right at the sticks.
Yep.
They may measure.
That actually looks better to me than the one that they gave us earlier. And they do give us a first down there.
Yeah. I had something muted. We'll try Cody's. Cody checked out a local location here in Gaston. We will try that again.
The Royals get a reset of downs. We're on the 38 here, looking to go in and score. Extend our lead, which is currently sitting at 5 points. Under 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And for the 2nd time in a row, we're really, really close on and there's a penalty.
Another flag.
Yeah, it's going to be offsetting now. I think they're yeah, I don't.
Oops.
That was not a smart play. They're going to call a late hit, I think, on Houston. He was out of bounds and got pushed, and the quarterbacks get protected. You can't mess with them. I think the first one's probably going to be on us, and we'll see here. And that play will just replay that one. And if the clock looks like it's moving, it's because I'm trying to catch up. So I apologize, folks.
Discussion, offset, or
that's motion. And I've actually been waiting for that to come for 3 weeks now. And we've got some guys who get leaning or anticipating a little bit. And that one caught us. And one of the things we've seen from our opponents all 3 weeks is a lack of discipline as the game goes on. And for Wes-Del, they don't have that margin for error right now. The Royals really, so here's what they called that. They called the play, and then the hit on Houston was a dead ball foul, so that gets marked off. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 here. That worked out in our favor a little bit. Okay, so Chain Gang got it wrong. 1st and 1. You don't see that very often. 1st down and 1 that's not on the 1 yard line. So here we go.
All right.
Flip the tight end there. Here comes Zach. Counter to Cole.
And he's
got
got some space.
Yep. Jukes through a bunch of
Shifty.
people.
And he's going to be right at the goal line.
Yep, and we saw that last week. It's our seniors decided they were going to go. Cole gets up flexing.
So here's a nice run there by Rainbolt.
Sometimes wonder why does it take us a half to get going?
Yeah, we saw that definitely last week.
Yeah.
Getting behind 13-0.
So to look for the Royals to just punch this in right here. And Houston's going to sneak it, and he got it.
Yep. So touchdown Houston.
18-7 Royals.
We're going to do the trivia in between here, and then we'll, between 3rd and 4th quarter, I want to do Cody's.
Sounds good.
If it's enough time.
The Royals have decided not to kick this time. We're going to go for 2. Really put the pressure on Wes-Del if they score again. Zach's the lone back there in the backfield. And he's going to go out, and it's just a quick pitch to Zach. Got a whole bunch of people out in front of him. That's an easy 2-point conversion.
He just basically walked that in. I mean, Zach was not going full speed there.
No.
So Royals take a 20-7 lead. We're going to talk about the Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question. And tonight's meeting is the 25th meeting all time between Eastern Hancock and Wes-Del. And the trivia question is, how many different schools have the Royals played whose name starts with a W? So, how many schools have the Royals played whose name starts with a W?
I have no idea.
I did this, and I didn't get 2 of them. I named them all but 2. So, whenever he told me the question,
I can think of one. My mind's blanking. I can think of all the schools that don't start with W.
So, well, one would be Wes-Del.
Yeah, well, it didn't say so. So there. Okay,
Wes-Del.
so I got 2. I can think of 2. I was thinking it was besides Wes-Del. I can think of 2.
If you have a guess, put it in the chat. How many different schools have the Royals played whose name starts with a W? And you got to give me for tonight.
By the way, remember football, right?
Yes, football.
So
football.
Wapahani does not have a football team.
Correct. So Wapahani is not one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's got some space.
That's White Soul. And we got a Royal down. I can't see a number. I can't see who that is.
So we have an officials timeout. We're not sure who's down.
That was a gutsy kick return because that bouncing around on the ground a little bit. Whitesell picks it up and squirts right through. It's like I don't know.
So, yeah. So here's that, while we're waiting on the injury, here's that trivia question. And I haven't seen any responses yet.
No. I'm going to
Like
assume
I said, I got all but 2 when I tried to name them.
I'm going to assume our people are not. They're not attached to their keyboard. That's Gage Tompkins. Gage walks it off now, so that bodes well. The Royals looking to tighten up their defense a little bit.
All right, here's our answer. We're going to go ahead and give our answer. 5. Wes-Del, Westfield, West Central last year, yeah. Whiteland, and Winchester.
West Central last year. I blanked that one out.
That's the one I mentioned to Coach Gallion, and he I think he had forgotten that one.
I think Westfield was right before I got here, and they had been like 1A, and now they're a huge 6A.
Yes,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So three yards on the first down play for the Warriors there. And they're just going to kind of keep trying to chip away at us, keep the game close, keep the clock running. Although here they go, they've got 4 wides. Comes that sprint out again. I've seen that a couple times, but that pass is low this time.
Right.
We must not be updating because Gallion says people are responding.
Oh, well, why are we not getting our chat?
Yeah, we haven't had a chat update in a little bit.
Yeah. Let me close our chat and then reopen it, maybe.
So 3rd and 7 for the Warriors.
So if you answered in the chat, we didn't see it. I'm sorry. And then that'll reset it. So if someone wants to say hi, we'll make sure our chat is working now because it just reset.
Maybe a gain of a yard on that as the Royals start adjusting to that inside run and play.
So sorry, our chat was not updating. We now see a chat there.
So it's going to be 4th and a long 6. Warriors, of course, going for it here at this point. They're inside the 40, and they're down by 2 touchdowns. About almost halfway through the 3rd quarter. They don't really have a whole lot of time here. They got 3 receivers to the right.
Weitzel's going to go deep.
And it looked like the receiver stopped running. Went up for it, couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, that just kind of floated up there, and he got good position but couldn't come down with it.
Did they say there was a flag?
No, I don't think. I think they saw the ball bouncing. I don't think there was a flag. That I know of, unless they're talking.
Yeah.
There is a flag, I think. And a penalty against the Royals.
It looked like an illegal motion on the Royals, but on defense you can move around. I'm not sure what. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So it looks more like a push then, I think, and that's going to be big.
Was it interference? Is that what they?
Yeah, and that's a big mistake by the Royals back there. I'm not sure who they called that on. Landon was in coverage, I think, but I don't know. So Warriors will go three to the right again. They've got a new set of downs at about the 24.
Wow, what a break.
Oh, yeah, and here goes Weitzel on a quarterback draw. He's shifty, too.
Yes.
That was Cole-esque. Pick up about 8.
And this will be huge here for the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean,
a couple of times they've been down there. I think is this the 3rd time they've been inside the 20? So, and they had the interception. I don't know if that were technically inside, but I would say so.
Yeah. Well, it started out and they got remember they took the sack.
Got the goal line.
So, yeah, they were inside the 10. So, see what kind of response.
Oh, fumble.
Yep, that's not what you want. And again, this is what we've seen from our opponents the last 2 weeks, that we get in the second half, the game still kind of close, and they've had a penchant to make mistakes there, and Wes-Del goes from a 2nd and 2 to a 3rd and 5.
Well, self-inflicted.
Yep, absolutely. The Royals just trying to regroup here and see if they can't break some of this momentum. Going to be 2 receivers on each side. Running back will be to the Weitzel's right. And they're going to.
Good throw and catch.
Yep.
I don't know how much he gained, though.
It's going to be real close. I can't tell. I'm looking up. They're giving him a first down.
Oh, so great play there by Weitzel.
Yep. Well, we've seen that a couple times, that little out route, and it's kind of been at the sticks each time.
So a first down, and they can get a first down. It's not 1st and goal.
Nope.
At the 11.
There's that draw again, and this time the Royals are having none of it. Maybe gained a yard or two, but defense stayed at home. They didn't get quite the spread that the Warriors were hoping for. We got our linebackers. I think it's on Nation, and was that Arthur maybe getting off the pile.
Mm-hmm. This is Evans' first game this year. So.
Yep. And well, I think since his freshman year. I know he didn't play the last 2 years. I think he played freshman year, but I can't remember. I've slept since then.
So 4 wide.
Oh. No, nowhere, and they're going to get a hold
flag.
too. That's a double whammy for the Warriors. They sniffed that one out. And I think I saw Arnold coming up there. I think Nation again. And it looks like Tincher. So a host of Royals sniffed that out. And it's hard to turn the corner on us.
Yep.
And not only is that a loss, there's also going to be a 10-yard penalty for hold there.
Yeah, they have all their success has been in between the tackles.
Yep.
It seems like so.
Yep, and then every once in a while, throwing that quick pass or the out route to make the play they needed when they needed it. But I don't know that they're going to have a whole lot of success getting outside on us on the ground. We got it's like 2 receivers to the left, a wing and a receiver to the right. And here comes that sprint out again. They're going to drag a guy across. Oh, they throw it back.
Yeah.
Oh!
Incomplete, though, but I didn't see who was in coverage
wow, yeah, it was
I couldn't see very well there.
Tincher, maybe. I mean, whoever it was for us, waving their arms and just did the distraction drill, and the player for the Warriors couldn't look it in. I mean, that was run really well, just didn't finish it off. So I can give Tincher credit for the distraction there.
Now 3rd and really long.
Rain coming down a little harder now too. Just makes it a little bit more challenging.
Roll out. He's not looking to throw really.
No. Yeah, there's going to be a block in the back, and that's this one's. I think if I'm the Royals, I just decline it. Don't give them another down. Make it 4th and 25 or.
All right.
We'll see if we accept it. It just all it does is give the Warriors another down. I think I want the ball back.
We'll see.
It's so hard to cut back across the green.
Right.
Matt, I know your instinct for that young man is to not go down and try to make a play because you're the leader, but you almost either got to eat it, and if you're committed to run, you just run.
Yep. Wow, it's going way back.
Yeah, and they're taking it. So
this is twice now they've gotten into the red zone and have really had a few plays that have kind of hurt themselves.
Yep, they're on the 44, so it's 3rd and a lot. They can't put that on the scoreboard. They do have 2 downs.
They have to get to the 1 yard line to a 1 yard line to get a first down here.
Yep. And again, the last time we saw them do this, they tried to throw it and threw an interception. I think I'm just running a trap. Just get out of it, right? Don't make things worse. And here it goes again.
And there's a sack.
Yep.
And that's going to be Caden Nation and
the Hedrick back there.
And Arthur. So Nation and Arthur with the sack.
2 ends got there. They got them from both sides. And really, I don't understand that play call.
I should have replayed that.
I do not understand that play call.
So now you're
really giving us a chance for really good field position.
Right.
I mean, you save yourself at least 10 yards if you just run the ball and get tackled for no gain. That one's going to go to Landon. He's fair catching it, fair caught it.
And now they're going to start there at the 21 after the punt. So.
And I'll say this: if the Royals score now, I think the game's over.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think that they can. Wes-Del can. What they were doing earlier was being patient and just marched it down the field. They had some success between the tackles. I don't think they're having that same success that they had.
They got to vary it a little bit, but they're not in a position to be able to score. Because we score again, they got to score 3 times, and their passing off, it's not their strength right now. And when we know it's coming, then you do see those guys get turned loose, and our cover guys know it's not a guess anymore. Are they going to pass? And for the third week in a row, we've seen a really good first half by our opponents. And second half gone more our way. I don't know if we dominated this one, kind of like we took over last week. We'll see. We got a quarter to go.
Right.
And we'll see what we do if we decide to ground and pound it.
But Wes-Del's going to get desperate at some point here and have to take some chances.
Yeah, and all we need is for Zach or Cole to sneak through there. Now, really, I think one of those 2 is out. I can't see who the other back is in there with Chase. Say it's Cole. He's going to cut up. It's going to be 3rd and about 1 for the Royals. Cole tries to jump a guy. So all we need to do is control the ball. And you can run through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they punted on 4th and 52.
Yeah,
that's what that situation was earlier.
So the Royals pick up first down. Just kind of sneak it ahead. O'Neal and Arnold checking in. Not quite the power group that we've got.
They got Sullivan on the near side.
Now we're just outflanking them. We're going to come this way. We've got an extra guy. There's the counter. That's the play Cole nearly scored on last drive. Better defended by Wes-Del. And that's what, for those of you who watched the Alexandria game, we outflanked Alexandria. Now we're breaking tendencies and going back the other way. No, we'll probably have one more play. Well, we definitely have to have one more play. I don't know that we'll try to switch in 2, but.
So it looks like one more play. And I'm going to try to rush and get to Cody's video, see if we can get it in the quarter.
Yeah, there's buck sweep.
Arnold's got some space. He might be gone. Nope.
Yeah, that was a good angle by I can't see who that was. I think maybe Kelly.
Knocked out of bounds. 21-yard run.
15.9 here in the third quarter.
Oh, that's not the right play. I thought I hit. Maybe I didn't hit save, so sorry.
Yeah. That's your traditional wing tee there. We got all kinds of guys pulling and leading, and Zach just goes around the corner. We may see the same thing coming the other way. He's got more room to work here. And here, Cole cuts in, ducks back out.
He's got some room.
Yep. And I don't know
He
if they've
may
got
go.
the angle there.
And he's going to be right at the pylon. Looks like he's going to be out about the 3-yard line. Let's see if my replay button's working here. Is it? Here's the big run there by Cole Rainbolt.
Yep. For the third week in a row, it's Zach Cole taking over in the second half.
Here we are, 1st and goal.
There's Cole again on that buck sweep. He's going to get in, and that we got a quarter to go. But that's pretty much game. I just don't think Wes-Del will be able to score quick enough, even if they do score. And from what I understand, a similar thing happened to them last week, just a little earlier in the game.
Right.
So it was a 12-7 at half. Royals with 2 touchdowns here. We're going to try to kick again. So Redmond will come on.
I'd like to see him get some confidence here.
Yeah.
He's missed a couple here in a row. It's no good again. All right, I'm going to – well, no, we still got 3 seconds, don't we?
3 seconds, so we'll kick it off. If they field it, that'll probably end the quarter. 26-7 Royals here with 3 seconds left to go.
So we're going to have a video by Coach Hibbert. He visited. Do you know where? I don't even know where he visited. Where did he go?
I think it was Concannon's.
So he
we
visited.
were talking about that earlier today, Concannon's
place
Bakery
here, and so he's going to give us a little review of it, and hopefully it works. I can't promise anything. I've already attempted a couple times and failed. So we'll do that as soon as this.
We might need to send him over to the snack bar. They're having the last call on smoothies and hot chocolate and stuff. You may need to go review that for us real quick. Otherwise, Coach Poff may be disappointed not hearing about that. Well, Redmond getting set to kick off.
And there we go. Is it?
Well, we
still got some time left here.
Got a couple seconds here. So a lot of times you see this at the end of the half, you think, okay, take a knee and go. It's not the end of the half. And it's not like basketball where you got one possession to go. And Wes-Del's going to have their first down play. And then they're going to pick up on whatever it is next. So you still call whatever you got here. They're on the 25. And they're really desperate for something positive right now.
And they've had some good plays. They just kind of, once they've gotten down there, they've kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Yep. So there's the end of the third quarter. That was that inside kind of trap run.
All right.
And real successful for them in the first half. The Royals have adjusted.
All right. I'm going to try something, so hopefully it works. And we'll give it a shot here.
Take the
Gonna
sound
turn
down.
our sound down. So.
Hello, all. I won't be on the sidelines tonight, but come join me as I make a few stops on my way to Wes-Del. Let's go. I am at my first destination, and if heaven were a building, this would be it. Concannon's, the best bakery ever. Hey, look, Mr. Galleon's here. So apparently I cannot read the online listed hours or the business correctly. I get here a minute before it closes. There's a lady outside about to close the door, and she sees me walking, and she goes, "You know what? You look like someone who needs some donuts." I don't know if that was a good thing or a fat joke, but either way, I got the donuts. Let's see how they are. All right, let's start our review. Donut number 1 is a Long John, and it is covered in vanilla, such as this. Now, I have had this before, and I know that I thoroughly enjoy it. There was a bonus sprinkle in the bag. But anyway, let's just take a bite, and I'll tell you how it is. Oh, yeah. It's good. Get this one. Oh, that poor guy. He got here too late. So, the next donut's just silly. It's literally a chocolate donut with Reese's Puffs on it. Okay? I mean, it's amazing, but look at me. Do I really care if it's healthy or not? So here we go. I'm going to give it a taste and see. You know, it's not bad, but I prefer not to have too many crunches when I'm eating a donut, but it's still good. I enjoyed it. I give donut number 1 and I give donut number 2 Overall, I give Concannon's it's just an amazing restaurant. You can't beat it. Anytime you're in the area, go there. I was going to stop somewhere else at a sunflower field.
All right. So big 4th and 4, and I think that's going to be a delay game.
We're going to have to talk to Coach Hibbert about getting these videos a little shorter, I think. But I don't know if I got all the way to the end, but I'm sorry if we didn't.
Nope. So delay game, just going to make it 4th and 9 for the Warriors. And they're going to have to punt this time. They got that taken away.
And Rainbolt's going to get a return here.
Yep, just one guy back there. He's going right up the middle. Yep, he's going to go.
He's going to go.
Yep, unless we get a mistake and we get a block. Yep, that's a touchdown for Cole.
That's a lot. That's not his first punt return touchdown. He's got quite a few.
Yep.
In his career, so might be the best punt returner we've ever had. I'm trying to look and see if it's in my notes. Anything. I don't think we have special teams in here. I'm sure that Coach Gallion will have that.
Well, looks like we're not going for extra points anymore. Oh, no, here comes Aaron. Good.
Yeah, we didn't actually get it until halftime, so we were trying to get it uploaded.
That one looked good.
There we go, Aaron.
Yep.
Get some confidence in him. He does a nice job. I saw him practicing before the game, and he was doing a nice job kicking from much deeper. So
yeah. He's been. I mean, he's pretty accurate up till tonight. That kind of surprising.
So, let's see here. Let's just do a commercial quick.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
All right, here we go. Royals dominating this second half to this point. Wes-Del had a pretty solid first half. It was pretty tight most of the first half.
And it's, again, I've said this a couple times, it's a pattern we've seen the last 2 weeks where kind of Cole and Zach have taken over for us on offense, and our opponents have kind of shot themselves in the foot. And we saw that, Wes-Del went from the first down on the 11 to, I think we said 4th and 52.
Yes.
Yes. So it's not the direction you really want to be going.
I've got a breaking news. Cole, that punt return broke the career punt returns for a touchdown record. So we mentioned that earlier. That wasn't his first. He's had a few.
Yep.
And I think I remember a couple that got called back.
Yep.
As well by a block or something.
So Weitzel's going to see if he can get his offense going. He's a first-year quarterback, senior, not played football. So young man, actually, doing pretty good and shown some growth from last week to this week. And he's going to have to throw now, and he's got a lot of room in front of him.
Yeah.
That's a 20-yard gain.
And he led him in rushing last week, so he hasn't ran quite as much as last week.
Yeah.
Man,
that was a smart play because it opened up. He might have had a guy deep, but we had all of our DBs that turned and ran. Nobody was staying short anymore. So why not go? 20-yard run.
That was Cole's third punt return for a touchdown.
Well, way to go, Cole. 2 records tonight.
He also got the career receiving yardage record this evening.
No, I think they had that play, and Weitzel couldn't pull the trigger. He's going to get about 4, but takes a big hit.
Yep, good tackle there by Arthur. Do you want to mention, if you're interested in becoming a family sponsor, there's a URL there under the scoreboard. It's tinyurl.com/EHRoyalPride. When we get a chance, we'll show those current sponsors that we have. Weitzel's going to throw that right in the ground.
Yep, and he had a good read, right receiver. Just tough pass for him. We've seen a couple of those just a little bit too low for his guys.
I want to thank those family sponsors that have supported us this year. We had an unbelievable number last year, and that list keeps growing.
I was going to say, I think every time we run it, it seems bigger. It feels like there's more even on there from last night's volleyball live stream. Right. 3 receivers to the left for the Warriors. Weitzel's going to drop back again. Steps up.
Oh, there's going to be a hold.
Yep.
And it was deflected and knocked down there.
Do you see who that was on the coverage?
I was dying to see him.
Wickard? I think it was Ryan Wickard on coverage.
40. Is that Wickard?
Yeah.
Yeah. My eyes are not working since they turned the lights on in here. I can't see the numbers as well. I can see it better on Lloyd Arthur's doing a great job with the camera. I can see the numbers better on the camera than I can looking out the window.
Yeah. So that's a 10-yard penalty, and when it happens in the backfield, it's huge. So here we go again. It's 3rd and, I don't know, I'm tired of doing math. 3rd 25.
Yeah, Cole has been really stepped up today. Done a nice job.
Well, let's see if the defense can put the finishing touches on this.
And that's going to be
complete. Good
throw.
Catch, yeah. Defense forced Weitzel out of the pocket there, and not bad coverage. There's kind of a toe toucher there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they were coming back, though. Did he not catch it?
I don't know.
So apparently,
I looked away.
I just assumed he caught it or was in bounds. I don't know. Maybe he was out of bounds. Or
that could be. Well, that's too bad. It looked like a really nice play there. So it's going to be 4th and 25. Not the longest 4th down of the night.
Yes.
Unfortunately for the Warriors. They put together a terrific half of football.
Like
struggling here now.
I mean, they only have 7 points, but they've been inside the 15-yard line 3 times. There's that jump
screen.
pass.
Yep, that was a screen. It took Grow a little bit to get going, and I didn't see who recovered there. I think it was Arthur. Turned around and ran him down. So quick thinking by Evan.
Right.
As you often, once you get past those D linemen, you get to run a little bit. It's the linebackers who got to make that play. Evan sniffed it out a little bit and got going.
Right.
And so the Royals are going to take over a pretty decent field position on the Warrior 46. About 9.5 to go. And a really tight game got blown open in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see what the strategy is for this. Looks like Kane Sotelo is going to be in. He and Riggs on the same side. They're trying to get there. No, Riggs going to go to their side, trying to figure out how they want to line up here. Zach coming in motion. And that's going to be a penalty, and more than likely on us.
Cole gets about a 10-yard gain, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Nope, and we either had 2 guys moving. We either got 2 guys moving at the same time, or we turned up and went before the snap. So and that may have been Zach turning up on his. Instead of running straight, for those of you who don't know, on the motion you cannot turn upfield. You can't turn your body to face. And my guess is that's what they called there. So move it back 5. That doesn't really hurt us. The clock's running, and that's at this point we don't need any more time. We'd actually just like the time to be done and have the game over with. You don't want anybody to get hurt. In control now, and here goes Zach.
Yeah, he's got some space. He may be gone. They're not going to catch him.
No.
And that's Zach Arnold. He goes for the pylon.
Did he get in? Yep, they gave it to him.
They gave it to him. Great effort there by Arnold, and I mean he's fast.
Yep.
And that's one thing I always remember about Coach Schultz. He talked about dudes, and we got dudes like Zach that can just got some wheels, some speed, and I got to replay that. We'll probably get to that here in a second. But once he got in the open, there's not a lot of people that can go with the speed of Zach.
No, that should be a new measurement in physics. The speed of Zach.
Yeah. Redmond, that looked really good.
Yep.
So good extra point there. Let's see if I got enough of Zach's touchdown there.
So it was a 33-point lead with just under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, big enough to put your JV in.
It's going to be a 51-yard touchdown.
Man, he turned that corner, and there were a couple of kids that looked like they might have an angle, and he cut back across. Right, and there's your buck. You see all the guys pulling. Zach cuts right back across. Got everybody going and turns the corner on that last guy. That last one was Alex Light, and he was doing his best. But when you've run in a state regional in the sprints, kind of fast.
Yeah.
And you can't teach that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, both Zach and Cole are seniors.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to coach them and now watch them play.
I believe I don't know if they were in middle school or what it was, but I think they broke a school record, and then the other one broke it in the next heat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was, I think that, yeah, that may have been in their 8th grade year that they set the school record. The next one, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was fun. Sometimes somebody would break a record in the 100 and the other one would do it in the 200.
Yeah. So
good friendly rivalry between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Zach smiles a lot. I'm sure he was smiling when he ran around the corner there.
Yes.
That kick's going to roll almost to the goal line if Warriors forced to pick it up, and that's rough.
Yeah, that's
going to be on the 10.
Wow, good coverage there. And we do have a Royal down over there. I don't know.
That Tincher, I think he's been nursing an ankle all night or something. He's gotten up gingerly a couple of times.
So we
got a few JV guys coming in here now. But Smitty,
not quite mercy rule, so we're like 2 points.
Yeah, Smitty and Landon still playing, so you got a couple of varsity guys.
See Redmond over here.
Yeah. Something going on
see if
here.
I can get some. Oh, you having score issues? Scoreboard.
They got my clock off because they've got some bulbs out, and every once in a while I'll look, and it's makes me question.
I'll see if I can get some scores from local scores here shortly.
2nd and 8. Tincher still in. O'Neill and Smith still in. Gage Tompkins still in.
Good
catch.
Oh,
a big hit there. That was Kane Sotelo, of course.
Oh, we have a flag.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was in the backfield, I would assume, where it's thrown.
Some local scores around the area. The Lapel Bulldogs are ahead of Shenandoah, 37-21. New Palestine's ahead of Yorktown, 42-7.
Still looking for some JV guys to get some run here. Just over 8 minutes left, 33-point lead. Got it. Yeah.
Who we play next week, Heritage Christian, is up 12-7 over Guerin Catholic into the third.
Guerin been pretty good recently, so Peyton Spear just checks in at one corner. Interception there by Landon O'Neill.
And he may take it.
That's going to be a pick six.
Pick six, and that's going to incorporate the mercy rule.
Maybe we'll see the JV now.
Score while we're let's see if I can get that replay in. So here's the play, picked off by O'Neill, and he's gonna easily score the pick six. Monroe Central in an MEC contest is leading North Decatur 13-6 at halftime. I think we thought we may see the mercy rule tonight. I don't think we thought it would be.
No, I thought it would be by half.
As late as it was.
Yep. And really, I'm expecting to see the JV. When you have a 30-something point lead in the fourth quarter, you normally put your JV in and don't want to take a risk on.
And you also see, this is an opportunity to play on a Friday night. Yeah. So those kids, and I know in past sometimes we have a JV games that get canceled.
Yeah.
And it's very common for JV contests to get canceled. So you want those kids to get a chance to play.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are unaware, there's a mercy rule in the IHSA now. When you hit a 35-point lead anytime from the second half on, and we'll be running clock. Warriors just called, I guess I turned away. One of our teams called timeout. So we're getting ready to kick an extra point, and then the clock will continue to run.
It said halftime. I don't know. So we're getting ready to have another extra point. See if Redmond can make 3 in a row here. So his last one looked really good.
Yeah. That one looked pretty good too. Yep. So Aaron his last 3 in a row.
So is Landon the holder, and is Wickard this long snapper still? I know he was last year. I don't know who the long snapper is, but
I do not know.
All right, we're going to do our last IHSA commercial right here, and we'll be right after the commercial.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
All right. Do want to thank Double Barrel Woodworks Company for their sponsorship with the EH Sports Network. And we'll be looking for a Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the Game here lately. So if you have a vote, we may listen to what you say. So if you want to throw something in the chat.
I've got my vote.
Yeah.
I know who I would put in right now. Nice little return there. Tackled by a host of Royals. And my clock is off. I forgot to stop it. And I probably won't have to stop it anymore.
Hopefully we have some JV players. We can say some names here. I think yes. Some, maybe, no.
Oh, and the biggest problem is we got a second round. We got to go down the depth chart a little bit before we can even put them on. And we've still got starters in there, which is very interesting to me. Smitty, O'Neill, looks like Tincher, Tompkins. I got a few guys in there. Yeah, well, you know. Nice run. We got a few tacklers. Royals there on the tackle. Wickard. Yeah, I didn't see if it's Nolman. It's Tincher, Wickard, and Redmond on the tackle.
Nolman picks up about 6.
We got a couple of younger guys come in now. Still got a couple of
Wickard and Redmond.
We got a couple of starters out there.
Oh, who's in the back?
It's there. Reese, and I think it's maybe Badge.
Okay. Here's the option. This time they pitch it. I think that's the first time I remember him pitching it.
Yeah, and Royals played that really well.
See what else we got in there, so we can get some names of kids that don't typically play. Zane Badgley, I see.
Yeah.
John LeMasters. Here comes somebody in at the line who's just.
That's I think Ethan Carter.
Ethan Carter.
He said it looked like him. I didn't see his number, but I think it's Ethan. Might be off on that.
Oh. Give him some Friday night time.
Yep. Oh, wide open.
Down the sideline. See if we can make a tackle.
John wrapped him up. Couldn't quite get him, but a host of Royals bring him down.
Slowed him down just enough there.
Yep.
Since we're seeing some JV players, when's the JV's next game?
Tuesday against Wes-Del at home. First JV game at home this year.
Okay. So, and you can see that Wes-Del has quite a good numbers. Probably see that when you have a new coach, sometimes a new group. Coach Cole in his first year at Wes-Del.
Yep, and I was wrong. It was not Carter that came in. I can't say it's a 50 number. Maybe Nick Potts who came in 56.
Okay. Oh, it's a fumble. Ball's loose.
He was able to pick it up there, though.
Yeah.
Kelly picked it up and even ran a little bit more. Braden Hill's in at nose.
Okay, we have a running clock and do want to. It should go. This usually goes really, really fast.
Yeah. He may not get another possession.
And there's the option again. That Weitzel
going to hang on to it. Looks like he got a first down. If not, it's going to be real close. Yep, they're going to give him the first down there. Nice. Hey, that guy, he's done a nice job. I mean, he's not been perfect tonight, but for a first-year guy, he had his team in position for quite a while, and then the wheels just kind of came off for the team, which, you know.
And that's just where a little bit. I mean, we have some really serious senior experience.
Oh yeah.
That a lot of schools don't have.
Well, Cole and Zach making the big plays there, and that's what you want from your seniors. You want that leadership.
Landon too with the.
Yeah, that's right, with that
a couple plays.
And he had the pick 6 there at the end.
So senior leadership, seniors that have played 4 years of varsity basketball or varsity, well, wrong sport.
Oh, nearly intercepted by
varsity
John
football.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez had a shot at it.
Probably surprised him.
I guess the Masters.
Yeah. Heritage Christian. Yes.
And there's going to be a draw up the middle. I think.
Yeah, we might get one more playoff here. Going to be 3rd down.
So as we're kind of winding down, we'll talk about our Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the Game. And I think it's hard to go against someone that's broken 2 career records in one night.
I agree. And he was the catalyst, too, tonight.
So Cole Rainbolt, there's a deep throw.
Well, not timed up. We're going to have one more.
But Cole Rainbolt broke 2 school records tonight. He's the all-time leading receiver in yardage.
Hey, and I'm going to say this.
History.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. My son's going in for his first varsity
there we
play.
Go.
So Griffin's going to play one of the 2 safeties. Man, he's my kid, so I can.
Yes. Go right ahead. Let's see here.
This 4th down. This may end the game. We might get one offensive play. That's going to be a fumble. No.
And they're going to call it a forward pass, incomplete. And that's probably going to be it.
Yep.
But Cole's second record, he had his 3rd punt return for a touchdown in his career, which is a school record as well. So we're going to go with the Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the Game. Well, we did have a timeout, so I'm not sure here.
I'm not adjusting our clock, folks. There's 12.7 left.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, I don't understand this.
So congratulations to Cole on an outstanding night. Zach was really good, too, just as was Zach was good, and Landon was good. Houston's first pass to Zach was just right on the money, that first touchdown. One of the best passes you'll see.
It's a lot of practice over the past 3 years between those 2. A lot of out-of-season stuff, too, after track. And I guess there was a timeout call. We get to run an offensive play here. And we fumbled it.
Yep. So that should be it here. The clock's going to wind down. And the Royals are going to move to 3-0. Just the 6th time in the last 28 years that the Royals have started the season 3-0. And then, let's change that view.
Yeah.
So that's what else? They moved to 3-0. Wes-Del drops to 0-2. Next week, the Royals will take on number 6 in Class 2A, Heritage Christian. Last time I saw, they were defeating Guerin Catholic. Wes-Del will travel to Tri next weekend.
And that'll be homecoming for us, so expect a big crowd, folks.
Yep, homecoming. A lot of festivities next week. Sledgehammer's back, and Powder Puff football's back.
Puff football.
So I think even hallway decorating is back that we missed out on last year. So or something, or canvases or something. They're decorating. I've seen them after school. So we want to thank everyone for joining us, and we will see you. I think the next thing we're going to have is a volleyball game next Tuesday at home against Union Modoc. Will be our next live stream, and then we will be giving you the homecoming game against Heritage Christian next Friday night. So